He's here to bring all the shenanigans for the past, present, and possible future. It's Midwest Dungeon Delvers.
Ooh.
Do you want to hear about his backstory? Too bad, because all he wants to talk about is everyone but himself. It's TeusFlips.
Hey, Will, you're looking great. Midwest, fantastic job. You all are fantastic. Let's just talk about your stuff and not about me at all. I'd rather avoid anything about me. We'll talk about you today.
I'm Will, your game master who tricked all y'all into thinking that last week was a tabletop RPG session when there were 0 dice rolls. And this is Super Smash Quest.
Did we actually not roll any dice last week?
Yeah, except for Rayquaza. Yep.
we rolled for Rayquaza. That was that, man.
I totally didn't put that together when we were doing it.
Yeah.
I was just in the zone with it.
I know. I
Look,
realized
role-playing game doesn't need to have dice.
Yeah.
It doesn't need dice.
It was definitely a role-playing game. That's true. But as to if it was a tabletop role-playing game, yeah.
Look, it was role-playing ROLE, not role-playing ROLL. 2 different types of role-playing.
There, I rolled 2 dice. I made up for it.
Just wild.
Blast.
I didn't even... Look, this is why improv is great. Improv's great. Hey, y'all, if you've never tried improv, go to like an improv class or something. Go do it. It's fantastic. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it.
Helps you get on your feet and keep on your toes.
Maybe I should take an improv class at some point. I don't know.
It is a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I've taken a couple. Turns in my look. Also, yes to what Quimbley said.
Improv turns
Also,
into animal noises.
I mean, whose doesn't?
Just one person will go, and everybody's like, all right, yes, and I guess.
I guess we have a walking human-shaped T-Rex with us. That's wonderful.
Welcome in on the Twitch on the Twitch live stream here to Quimbley and Jenkins. Good to see y'all in here. And Midwest, congrats on grabbing first as usual. There you go.
I was actually gonna try this morning. I actually went over to try, and then I saw it was gone already. I was like, well, my life's over. I will never get first again.
I'm quick with it. I'm quick with it on Smash Quest. Every other time it's up, it's free game. I'm usually
welcome in Lord Luigi as well over on Twitch. Alrighty. Now who has top first? Let's take a look at that real quickly. This is the overall leaderboard where Midwest does have 5 more than Teus. So Teus, you can still catch up to him.
Yeah.
I'm still ahead of Palm. That's all I really care about, to be honest.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's the only person I care about being in front of when it comes to the first.
Oh yeah. I'm not
Everybody else is fine.
Jenkins. I'm not. There's no way I'm catching Jenkins.
Jenkins 50? Has 50? Get out 50? Of here.
50? It takes 50 to get up into the top 3? No way.
And we all know nobody's catching up to Dan's. We all know that already. Yeah, that's not a surprise to anybody.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get ready for the session. So there's not unfortunately. There's not really a need for a for a recap this week. So instead, I have a cap that says is a recap. So there's that instead. There's our recap. Now let's just go ahead and roll for Rayquaza.
Hey, were you sick of filler episodes in your anime shows? Well, guess what? We have more filler episodes in our show.
Yes. So Burr and Palm both are ahead of time, have different obligations. Palm is out in Japan, and Burr has what was it was it a wedding or something? I forget what he said, but yes, he has prior obligations.
It's too early in the year for weddings. That's wild.
Yeah, hold on. So it's not. It could
best time.
Was it a wedding? I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look. No Rayquaza rolls this time around, it seems. And welcome in Dan's on the Twitch side as well. Thank you for the lurk. And with
Nobody was even close on the Rayquaza this time.
no,
This would have been the most contextually like accurate Rayquaza
Right,
roll,
the
though.
most appropriate time for a Rayquaza roll to actually happen.
Yeah,
and that's
and it
because
just-
today we are going to explore the wonderful world of Pokemon through the lens of Cam. Ah.
That's why we're not talking about my backstory, but Cam's backstory. We don't talk about
Ah.
Teus. We never talk about Teus.
Alrighty, so for this, we start off with a hold on, let me pull up the notes. Yeah, we start off with Cam, about 7 years old, and we see a bunch of kids playing in the park. Cam, however, is not one such that is playing along with them. Instead, Cam is kind of like off to the side, and just and none of the kids really acknowledge or notice Cam as he's just kind of like off to where would you say that you positioned yourself, Cam, relative to them?
I think I'm just on a hill somewhere. Do you know that one kid where everybody's playing soccer, but he's on the field and he's pulling grass out of the ground? I'm like that kid, basically.
Yeah. I feel so seen.
But yes, the kids are just kind of like doing their own thing on the playground. Yeah, some of them are playing like soccer with their Pokemon as well. Like a couple of them, not all of them, but a couple of them do have Pokemon, and we notice that Cam is like also paying close attention to the Pokemon as well. And there are a couple of kids, not per se these kids that are playing, but though a couple of other kids that see Cam watching others and start to approach. Midwest, who describe your character?
So I think my character is the kid that had the height growth spurt but didn't lose any of the baby fat, so like still kind of rounder, but because the height differential thinks he can push some kids around now, he thinks he's the big dog on the school grounds, and you know, he's got himself a Pokemon little Pokeball belt thing with one Pokeball on it, so he thinks he's the bee's knees, and he starts approaching Cam with kind of this sneer on his face.
Yeah.
And I'll say that
I
there
wanted to
are-
give some.
Go ahead.
I wanted to give some context for where we are and everything like that.
Yeah.
Too. So first of all, just to talk about what Cam looks like right now, because he's quite a bit smaller. He doesn't have his vest or anything, obviously. It's just a like orange T-shirt with like a generic picture on it. He's in some shorts, some sneakers. He doesn't have a toque or anything, so but he's still got his moss green hair look to him, and he's always just looking like he's zoned out and off in the distance. Like he's never actually present. Doesn't have any Pokeballs on him. And something really significant about the region that we're in, which is Farum. For those of you that don't know where Farum is in the Pokemon lore, Farum is actually where Pokken Tournament takes place in. So Farum is really known for its Pokemon fighting tournaments in a lot of ways. So I just wanted to kind of give that context and background to everybody, just to know where we are right now.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Perfect. I'll also say along with this kid with the Pokeball strapped around his belt, there are like two other, like, you could call them groupies of sorts. Two kids that think that this other kid is so cool for having all these Pokemon and stuff. These two kids don't have their own Pokemon, but they are also wearing toques, each branded with their like school's name essentially, and you can see that they're like they look a little bit more well off. They look spoiled in terms of the kinds of stuff that they're wearing, like unnecessary wrist wear and stuff like that, and that's who you see.
Cam's pulling at some grass and kind of looking off in the distance, thinking. He doesn't even notice.
Trying to catch a grass type there, Cam?
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have an idea for your character's name, Midwest?
Bradford.
Perfect, Brad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Brad. But his full name is Bradford. So if his parent ever calls for him and he's in
Right.
trouble, that ammo for DM later.
Hi, Brad. Hi, how's it going?
How's it going? What?
It's not even making eye contact with Brad, by the way.
Look at this kid. He tried to talk to me, but he won't even look at me. He's too busy staring at everybody else. What a creep.
Yeah, me. That's a... Yep. I guess I'm creepy, Brad. Yeah.
You know, if you took a picture, it would last longer there, Cam.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good point, Brad. Thank you. Yeah. He's kind of like looking your direction, but not looking eye contact wise. At this point, Cam's kind of turned and is more directed at you now, but not looking.
What's the matter? You gonna cry, Cam?
Oh, he looks like he's about to.
I mean, no, I don't think.
Little Cam all alone picking at grass.
He's like a creepy crybaby.
Creepy cry baby. Creepy cry baby.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Maybe.
What was that? Speak up, Cam, or should I get my Pokemon out here to teach you a lesson?
Oh, what Pokemon do you have? Just immediately, he does actually look at you for the first time.
Brad starts sweating because he doesn't actually want to pull out the Pokemon. He's actually embarrassed. He only has a Magikarp. A single Magikarp.
He has all sorts of Pokemon. Yeah.
He doesn't have to show you anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, you don't have to. You know, and he starts looking back down again. But I just, yeah. And he's kind of playing with his hands a little bit. He's not really sure what to do in this moment. So, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
let's go tell all of them that he was staring at him.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
go.
we don't. That's not.
That'll really teach him.
But we don't need to do that, do we?
Hey, everybody! Cam was just staring at all of you playing rather than actually coming out to play. What a crybaby!
And
Cam is like visibly like kind of curling in on himself a little bit now.
yeah, so these three
Trying to
kids.
hide.
These three kids are actively now starting to walk away from you and doing this, and as you like curl up as such, yes. And then one of the kids is like, as they're kind of like laughing and like gloating in themselves, like they're suddenly one of them is like,
Hey, Bradford, look over there. I think I see a little Pokemon.
Oh, hey, let's go. And it starts chasing after the Pokemon.
yes, it's a small yellow Pokemon, and at least that's what Cam is able to make out. Can't quite see what it is, but though Cam does see this Pokemon like notice them and start fleeing.
I'm gonna assume this is like after school hours. I've actually been waiting to be picked up, basically, at this point. I think.
Sure.
So I think Cam's kind of looking, and he's a little bit unsure after like all the bullying that's happened.
I think Brad bends down to pick up a rock to start throwing at this Pokemon.
Okay, I think at that point, seeing Brad like grabbing a rock and kind of running, Cam is gonna be like, like he's kind of struggling in himself because he really doesn't want to like stand up to Brad in any way, shape, or form. But it's like, darn it, dang it, darn it. Okay, okay. Mom said, be brave. Mom said, be brave. Mom said, be brave. And he starts running after Brad as it kind of goes into the woods a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All three of the kids have indeed started to like throw rocks, branches, whatever else they can find. And one kid might pick up like a mushroom and start tossing it as well.
Brad, guys, hey, guys. He's like he's trying to yell, but he's not really good at yelling.
Oh, hey, hey, Brad, look, the creeper kid's wanting in on this.
Oh, what? Creepy Cam wants to throw a stone?
No, you guys shouldn't throw stuff at Pokemon.
What was that?
It's not night.
Are you trying to tell us what to do? And he shoves Cam.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Pokemon
Look.
have to get weakened before they can get caught. Maybe that works against this guy, too.
So, why do you gotta...
Let's see if he's a fighting type.
I agree.
I think at that point, like, you're about to throw a rock and Cam actually grabs your shirt. He's still looking down.
You're
But
gonna let go, Cam, or it's gonna get ugly.
I think at this point, Cam's looking up. He's not looking at Brad. He's looking around at Brad. Has this Pokemon gotten away?
Yes, the little Pokemon got away, and actually one of the kids is gonna be.
Boss, Brad, the Pokemon got away.
I'm gonna let go and run. He started looking it the other way.
Brad full throws a rock at Cam's back.
Cam's just like holding his back with one hand and like, oh, you threw a rock at me. Why'd you?
Bradford uses tackle.
Yeah, he's like holding his back and it's like, Brad, why? And he turns around and it's like, thump, as you're just like, you basically turn him into an L as you thump right into him.
And Bradford, for sure, uses his size advantage to mess Cam up a bit.
Yeah. Thump, 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 as his head's just going back and forth from the pummeling.
Yup.
Occurring.
Yeah, we don't have to go into detail about that, but though I will say
No,
that
we're not going to go into that much detail.
Yes,
Oh.
the bullying does start escalating over the next couple of weeks.
Camera pans out of the woods.
Yep. And there is one instance a few weeks later where yet again a very similar scene is painted with near the same woods, and the and Cam is starting. It is just kind of like once again playing with the grass. Like kind of nervously looking around, almost expecting Bradford and gang to show up, and then when he does,
I found like an edge. I'm like at the edge of the forest, and I've usually been able to hide behind trees some days to like get unnoticed.
Where is he?
Cam's first safety bush.
Cam's first safety bush. Cam's first safety bush. It's true. It's how he has always been so good at hiding in our campaigns.
But yeah, so Cam is trying to hide in a bush, and then one of the kids like, "Hey, boss, look! I found a wild Pokemon in the bush."
It's that creeper kid. Let's see if he says his name.
No, no one's here. Just trying to like. Can I roll to try to deceive?
Yes, please. With a
Oh,
plus
what would
0.
that be again?
Just roll 4
Plus-
DF. Yeah, no, you would have a plus 0 here.
That's fair. That's a 0.
Both of you rolling a 0. Why? I think the kid would have at least a plus 1. I'll give.
Well, and I'll also say attackers win ties. I think, right?
You would be the attacker though in this
Oh,
case.
I am the attacker in this case. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I get confused because technically you're coming to attack me.
We can just say that this roll was one of those days they were looking for him, and he managed to be like, no.
I think that there was days for sure where I got
Yeah.
away.
Gotcha. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll let that happen. So how
But
does that
not
play
this
out?
day.
Yeah, so you're deceiving them to be like, oh no, it's like someone else, or what was this?
No one's
No one's here. Just an empty bush. No Pokemon.
Yeah,
You
no.
heard that, Bush. There's no one here.
I think I will say he's got a group of people around him. I'm
Yeah,
sure they
I was-
eventually figure this out.
Yeah. So here's okay. Yeah. So one of the kids who just rolled a 2 is like, but it like totally knows Cam is there, but is not going to say anything. It thinks that Brad's doing a bit, and it's going to be like, oh yeah. It's Mr. Nobody over there, of course.
Yep.
What are you doing? I said we're leaving. Why are you standing over there by that bush?
Because Mr. Creeper Nobody's over here.
What? He goes over and looks.
I think you reach into the bush and like basically grab Cam out.
Ugh. Like, let's go because his hand has touched Creeper. Ugh.
Hi, Brad. Hi.
Ugh. It's just the Creeper kid.
Can we skip the whole? And like, it's kind of obvious. There's a couple of bruises on Cam. Can we skip the whole Creeper punch? I'm a Pokemon that you're weakening thing today. Thing.
Well, I guess we could forgo your training today, but only if I train my
Oh.
Pokemon instead.
Oh, Brad, I think that's your mom over there.
What?
As soon as they turn, I run into the forest.
And as you start running, the other kids are going to like be like, oh, he's getting away, and start running after you. And that is when that yellow Pokemon from before suddenly comes in. Little tadbulb.
I like stop in front, and I'm like terrified. I've never really interacted with a wild Pokemon before. I usually watch them from a distance. And so seeing this little guy, I'm just like, don't hurt me, please. I'm just gonna. And then I'm like looking back, and I'm hearing the footsteps coming towards me.
I think he's over here.
Oh, you need to.
Bradford is focusing on trying not to sound winded. As he's running through the woods. He has a reputation to uphold.
Right. Cam's just looking at this tadpole and it's like, you need to go. You need to go. They're gonna hurt you. And the tadpole's like just like kind of confused and is just looking at Cam. Not scared of Cam in any way, just kind of observing, and then Cam turns around and sees the group of bullies coming.
There he is! I see that mop of green hair anywhere!
Yeah.
One of the kids is totally looking at like just some actual moss.
Not the rock dummy! Cam!
Oh, of course.
Hi, Brad and friend. Yeah, okay, I guess we're doing this.
They
thing.
pick up rocks.
Just Cam's like kind of gonna put. Cam's trying not to move for the sake of this tadbulb that's behind him. He doesn't want them to kind of realize that this tadbulb is here.
And what does the tadbulb do, Teus?
I think the tadbulb like kind of does poke around.
Oh, hey, look, it's that one that got away. Look, we get round 2. We can catch 2 Pokemon today.
That's right.
No. This is not here. That's just a weird magical light bulb thing. Yep.
You're not gonna talk your way out of this one, Cam.
Come on, Brad. We don't need to do this, please.
Actually, we do need to do this. I need to feel superior for the fact that my Magikarp won't become a Gyarados unless I splash. And he throws, and Magikarp pops out. Magikarp.
Cam is like actually has this mix of like upsetness, but he's really excited to see a Magikarp because he doesn't live near the coast. So this is kind of a rare sight for him. And also, super weird that Brad has a Magikarp when we don't live near the coast at all.
Hey, maybe his dad went on a fishing trip.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm assuming that his dad paid 500 Poké Dollars to get this legendary Pokemon.
It's from the pet store.
Dad, none of the kids will think I'm cool unless they have a Pokemon. 500 Pokemon.
Now, son, take this. I paid 500 Poké Dollars for it.
Shut up.
The good man on the bridge with the fishing rod said it was a very rare Pokemon.
There it is.
Which, by the way, is equivalent to like $5, if that.
Yeah.
Cam's just like, wait, no, we don't.
Magikarp, use Tail Whip.
And I think the tail whip just before hitting, the tadbulb kind of floats into the way and stops it with its own tail, and then it just goes.
What?
Zzz, 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 and it doesn't look happy as its lights start to kind of, its light head starts to kind of glow, and electrical discharges start to shoot off.
Bradford, isn't electric type strong against water type?
Nuh-uh, dummy. Watch this. Use Splash.
I think it's very funny to have this image of the Magikarp just basically slapping quickly and falling back down. It does not like floating in the water.
Go ahead and roll the splash just for the F.
Okay. Bang.
That's so appropriate. Oh. And Flashy just goes just electrical pulse kind of hits out. It's more like when it hits you, it does feel like if you've ever touched a live wire, it hurts, but it's momentary, but it's still scary. You know? And it also does hit Cam, who goes,
Roll to discharge.
Okay. Bulby's not a pushover. Can we add a modifier to this?
Oh, absolutely. +2.
Okay.
Oh, 4 to hit. There you go. That will absolutely hit. And as you said, it does end up as as per the discharge, kind of shocking you as well.
Yeah. I know Cam's like kind of he's scared and is like on the ground backing up. That Magikarp has fainted, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bradford, freaking out that his Magikarp is fainted, goes, "Oh no! Don't tell my dad!" Like, quickly puts it in the Pokeball, and like, no, and his panicked nature is, I think, starting to break the facade of like this kid is cool to some of the other.
What are you?
I'd
First,
like
he
the
pulled
idea-
out a Magikarp,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and now he's looking real dumb.
What are you doing, Brad? This creeper kid can't stand up to you.
Yeah. What are you doing?
The tadpole is moving towards the group, by the way, and it's like it's the forest, right? So there's not a lot of sun getting through, so the only source of light is the tadpole itself coming up towards this group of kids.
No, stay away!
It's like almost getting ready for another discharge.
Brad turns and starts running.
The kids seeing you get afraid at this, they also start to realize, oh no, playtime's over, and they start running as well.
Yeah, and the tadpole is there like, and it's like smiling again. It's like kind of happy, and it goes back to Cam, who was like panicked and is like backing up, like, okay, no, it's okay. You could let me go. It's fine. And then the tadpole is kind of coming up, and just does a nuzzle. And Cam's like he kind of flinches at first, but he's like, oh, wait, do you not want to hurt me? Tadpole's like, kind of shakes his head no. Oh, were you trying to protect me? Shakes its head yes. Oh, okay. Well, I think Cam's kind of getting up. Thank you. And he kind of pats the tadpole's head, who actually nuzzles into Cam's head when he's being pat. And is kind of like encouraging Cam to give him chin scritches as well. Remember, Cam's very good at chin scritches because he's good at cat scritches. This is canonically true. So he's
You
kind of
guys
giving.
have like a Meowth at home?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's 100%. Actually, probably a Purloin. Purloin feels like it'd be more appropriate. Okay. And Cam's kind of giving scritches. Do you need a name? And the tadpole is shaking its head. Yes, going. It's like, okay. What do I call you? You look like a bulb. Wait, no. You did a thing though. Flashy. Flashy the tadbulb. How do you like that? And the Flashy goes, and it's like flashing once or twice. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, this is cool. We're hanging out. That's cool, I guess. I don't have a Pokeball. And immediately at the word Pokeball, the tadbulb immediately backs up. It's like, and I will not be getting a Pokeball either. Flashy immediately comes back up and is chill again. And I think that's kind of the interaction. Flashy comes with him home, and they kind of just, over the next little while, get to know each other. So I think Cam's mom is like, so you're saying that Cam's Pokemon here hurt Brad? Cam, is that true? I mean, it's not true, I guess. But Cam's like not sure what to say.
I haven't
now.
seen you. This is the principal. I haven't seen you with a Pokemon before, Cam. Where'd you find this one?
This is Flashy. And he was being chased in the woods, having rocks thrown at him, and I tried to like stop the people from throwing rocks at him. He's like trying not to throw Brad completely under.
And I think Brad has the complete opposite reaction and interrupts and goes, "Are you gonna believe the creeper kid? Really? With his Pokemon holding us all hostage right now? That monster should be in a ball!"
He
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
like Pokeballs. It's not. It's Flashy doesn't like Pokeballs though, sir.
That's
If my son was threatened by this monster, why not put it in a Pokeball and keep it safe?
well. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. We do have rules that when you are indoors, you are supposed to have your Pokemon in balls. During recess, that can be arranged otherwise. But right now, Cam, do you have a Pokeball?
I didn't catch Flashy.
What was that? You mean to tell me some wild Pokemon is floating around here?
He's not wild. He's not wild. He's my friend. And Cam's mom is kind of there just patiently trying to take all this in, trying to kind of evaluate what situation is going on and what's happening. She hasn't said anything, but she's kind of putting some thoughts together.
Principal, I ask that you have this degenerate and his Pokemon expelled.
There's no reason to expel him, but though detention for
My son was hurt with
the
electricity.
detention can be arranged in order for because he did have a Pokemon that doesn't have a Pokeball, so that does go against the rules, and I do see how this situation led to everyone getting hurt. So, Cam, we can give you a Pokeball if you and I can cut down on some of your detention if you keep Flashy in a Pokeball during school hours.
But sir, and he's still kind of looking down. He's not good with eye contact at all. Sir, I don't want to do that. And then suddenly his mom just slams her hand right on the principal's desk. Just whap! And it's like, now, excuse me, sirs. If you'll be so kind as to take a listen, I think I've pieced some things together. You see, my son has been coming back from your school for the past few weeks with many bruises on him, and he has been not so inclined to discuss why. And she's visibly looking at Brad now to be like, I know what you did. And she's just like, I think that the parental board would have a few things to say about that, looking at the dad now as well. And I think we could also be speaking with the school board as well, Mr. Principal, about why my son has been coming back home and who, and she looks at Brad again, should be responsible for it. However, and she kind of leans back a little bit and kind of puts her hand gently onto Cam's shoulder. That being said, grown really attached with Flashy here, and I think Flashy makes for a really good comfort companion, and I think it would be a shame for Cam to have to put Flashy in a Pokeball, don't you?
Now, firstly, with regards to this bruising, this is the first that I'm hearing about it, so don't go throwing blame.
Weird. Are your teachers not seeing him coming in with bruises daily, sir?
At this point, the guidance counselor walks in with documented cases of, like, the bullying and everything. And just, like, sits it on the desk and is just like, well, actually, Looks over at Cam's mom, winks.
The principal pushes that away and is like, this is a bully-free school. We have not had any incidents like that in years, and there will not be such under my rule, essentially. Now,
The guidance counselor leans in and goes,
Well then, if we want all this paperwork to go away, how about we let him have his comfort animal?
the principal is kind of like flustered and doesn't say anything for a moment before finally speaking up. Is like, we can let that slide if we can agree. Firstly, you kids we need to stop this actions that you are taking against Cam and his precious Pokemon. And Cam, I suppose we can let this slide. We'll still give you some detention for your Pokemon riling up these boys. But so long as you can get your Pokemon under control, we'll let you have him.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Flashy's a really good Pokemon. I don't think it'll happen. So yeah, okay. Yeah.
I think Brad's dad just like looks over at Cam's mom and goes,
You're lucky my wife's on the board.
You know, we actually enjoy some tea every week. She's quite lovely.
he gets nervous. it's very, very clear that Mrs. Bradford is the breadwinner and the good face of the community.
And Cam's mom definitely has connections.
Yes.
Oh gosh. All right. So with that, we cut forward to Cam's 9th birthday. So this is 2 years later. And Cam is Cam's mom got him a little present and stuff. But so after Cam blows out the candles of a Pokeball shaped cake with a nice little 9 candle coming out of it.
I actually don't think it's a Pokeball shaped cake. I think I'm trying to think of what cake shape would be appropriate in this regard. Just because I think imagery of Pokeballs is not something we do in the house anymore.
Oh, I see. Oh, is it shaped like? It was a plain white cake. That's Cam's mom like got some icing and tried to do a like DIY like Tadbulb on it.
Yeah, I think so, or something
It
like
is
that.
the thought that counts. It is beautiful in that way.
Yeah. I think it was a Pokeball cake, and she scraped off the red part.
Yeah.
Like re-icing it to try to make it look like Tadbulb a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, this is cool. At this point, Cam actually does have a toque. He was given it a couple years back by his dad. His dad's not often around, so you don't often. He's often traveling to other regions, doing important research. So, unfortunately, he doesn't see his dad too often. But it's not like he's out of the picture entirely. And he really treasures this toque. So he's blowed out the candles and is like, okay, awesome cake. I love cake. This is great, Mom. Thanks. And Cam's mom is like, yeah, of course, sweetie. Enjoy yourself, and I'm going to get you a present. I get a present too? Just like so excited. Cam has still that ignorance of like, that's awesome. I don't know why people do that for me. And he sees the box and he's like, okay. She's like, go ahead, hon. Go ahead and open up your present. And it's like, okay, Flashy, you ready? Okay. Just paper going everywhere, and it's like, it's a camera! Oh, this is so cool! Thank you, Mom! And he's like just really excited to get going. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go outside right now. Honey, what about your cake? No time! No time! Just boom. Out the door to take pictures.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what is his first picture?
I think it's a picture of a couple of what's the seagull Pokemon?
I was about to say Gulliver, but that's Animal Crossing.
No. It's gonna kill me if I don't know it.
Wingull.
Well, I don't know it. Wingull,
Wingull.
thank you. Yes. Okay. I think it's a bunch of Wingull off in the distance.
I thought we weren't near the shore, though.
Oh, right. We're not near the shore. You're right. The
Or like
town's
a-
not.
Like a Pidgey or something?
Probably more of a Pidgey, yeah. I think it's a flock of Pidgeys, and it's blurry. It doesn't even look like Pidgeys. It's just a mess of a picture.
Half of the frame is the cap coming off.
Yeah. He was like, he's like trying to rush to get. Okay.
Yep.
Like it's just a blurred mess. And I think we're going through a couple of scenes where Cam is getting progressively better and better at this. I think there's one at school where he's actually gotten a few kids together to be like, okay, yeah, let's everybody say cheese with your Pokemon, because like more kids now have their like Pokemon here. Even Brad with his Magikarp he gets a picture of. And it's like, Brad, do you want me to send this picture to you?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, of course. I can. It's a good photo here. Look. And he's kind of showing Brad. And it is actually a better one. It's not like.
Yeah.
Some of the angling's off a little bit, but
Yeah.
like for the most part, it's a pretty good photo.
It's a better photo than any other 9-year-old could take.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Brad secretly develops a small respect for Cam in that ability, but he's not going to show it or hint at that ever.
I don't think Cam will ever notice. Because it's Cam.
Yep.
He just assumes the best of everybody, and that's just who Cam is.
One of the other kids looks at the photo and is like, Bradford's not that fat. Why your camera can't even pick up how awesome he is.
Oh yeah, let me get this. Here, I have a filter, and I put the skinny filter on.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, that's
Yep.
better.
Bradford starts becoming the butt of the jokes because he's the bigger kid. Like people start realizing, and so now he's Bradford. Eats too much bread.
Well, and I think what's really funny is he does send you that filtered version as well as the original. He sends you both.
Yeah.
But because it's a filter, it also has skinned down Magikarp to look like a skinny Magikarp. Yeah!
Why does my Magikarp look dead?
Yeah, he's been doing this for a while at the school. It's been a couple months, and there's like he sees this poster up on the street,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Oh, hey, Flashy, look at that!"
The poster describes a photo contest it's being run by a by just a nearby lab, essentially. One that's collects data on Pokemon. And it's all and the theme of the photo contest is electric Pokemon. Give us your most electrifying photos, essentially.
Yeah. Think Cam's like, "Oh, that sounds really cool. I probably wouldn't be good enough for it though. I don't. Maybe I'll talk to Mom. We'll see." Hey, Flashy, let's get going. And I think we go home. If one of you wants to play my mom for this scene, that would be good.
Yep.
Kind of have that back and forth a bit more.
Yep, go ahead, Midwest, so you can have something to do.
Why, Cam, you're home. What's
yeah,
going
hi,
on?
Mom. Well, there's a photo contest going on, and I don't know. I don't think I'd be good enough to enter.
Well,
it, you know?
dearie, don't you know that you're the best photographer this family's ever seen? Look at all your photos on the fridge.
Thanks, Mom. But I'm also the only photographer this family's ever seen.
Why? Just because that's true too doesn't mean the first can't be as well.
I guess you're not wrong.
Now, come on. Poor
It's
Lloyd
like
needs
that-
some chin scritches.
It's like that one family member that's always like, "You're my favoriteest only nephew."
Yeah.
Or my favoriteest oldest nephew.
You're my favoriteest boy.
It's like, well, I'm the only one. It's still true. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yep.
Doesn't give it meaning, but it's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give Purloin some scritchies. I think at this point,
No.
Cam's actually developed a couple of people that consider him more of a friend at this point as well, and he's actually going to go to them and be like, "Hey, I need some help with like setting up a good photo."
Can I have you roll the scritchies?
Yes.
+1.
Okay. +1.
You're still earlier in your scritching career.
That's
That's
fair.
right.
It's a
Hey.
3 though.
Oh,
Hey.
yes, it is a good scritch. Well done.
However,
Lord.
assuming I have at least one fate point for this flashback. And I would like to spend my one fate point to give the best chin scratch to this cat.
You may do so.
And this is how you use fate points in this system, gang. Just
That's right.
abuse them.
It does count against your Woohoo Island refresh, but yes.
Does it actually? Is it going to count against that?
Yes, dude, yeah. You got your refresh when you went into subspace before, so.
I didn't think it would, but that's so funny that I'm totally down for it.
Go for it. Yes. It's worth it. It is worth it.
Yeah, so Cam's kind of gone to a couple of his friends at this point. You two should like describe to me what his friends are like and why they even hang out with him.
Oh, the total nose. One of them is in the corner eating his own boogers as he picks them out of his nose.
Wow. Wow. Past young Daniel catching so many strays in this episode.
Dang.
Good thing you grow out of some habits. Jeez.
The other one is just obsessed with trains. Has train T-shirt on. Always has
I
a
love
little
trains.
train with him. Yeah, exactly.
I like trains.
I love trains.
Okay, guys. Hey, do you mind helping me with like getting this shot together for this contest that I'm?
I love trains.
Cleveland, you need to get your finger out of your nose. You got to stop doing that at school.
I'm sorry.
Look, but like I get it. I actually don't get it. I just said that to try to make you feel better.
It just feels wrong. Not. I don't know. There's so much in there.
No, you gotta keep it out of there. Gotta not. Yep. I mean, respect, and you're still my friend, but yeah.
He starts like kind of
No.
scratching his nose to make it. Well,
Stop.
he makes it
No,
look like
no.
he's scratching his nose, but really
Yeah,
he's like.
I
secretly
immediately just
lift-
grab my hand onto his and I just put it down slowly, like, no.
You see a
Cleveland,
booger on his hand as you are lowering it.
That is very gross. Oh, that is so gross. I get a napkin out of my pants. Just put it on his head.
Did you see this little train? I love trains.
Yeah, Train. I saw it. His nickname's Train. Oh my god!
I love trains. I'm imagining this kid is like the one obsessed with Ultra Lord, like, but this guy's just trains.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Let's We need to brainstorm ideas about where to take this picture with Flashy.
You could do it on a train.
That's a good idea, and I'm gonna put it in my notes. Need other ideas though. Besides trains.
You could do it in the dirt or the sandbox or on the playground.
I guess, yeah. We could do it there.
We
I
could
mean, a swing set is like a stationary train.
I guess it is. I mean, maybe somewhere outside of school though. Maybe. Like,
My mom doesn't let me go outside a lot. She says it's too dangerous with all the wild Pokemon around.
but we got Flashy.
Yeah, train.
You know. Hey guys, I'm gonna see you later. Cam goes. Do this on his own because this was a bad idea.
You see Cleveland now, like, you know, wiping his nose on his. On
No,
his
I
sleeve.
gave you a napkin, Cleveland. I gave you a napkin.
He does it on his sleeve.
I
Oh my goodness.
was that kid picking his nose growing up, so I know all the things.
Yeah.
Who
All
hasn't
the
been that
techniques.
kid at one point? Yeah,
Yeah.
totally get it. Don't get me wrong, I was that kid, but also I had kids come up to me and do the thing that I just did to.
Stop, please.
Please, you need to
Please.
not. I think Cam at this point, it's a bit of a montage. Let's just kind of give me some locations that you think that we're going, that Cam and Flashy have gone to just kind of get pictures. I think one area is like in the forest. Flashy's kind of glowing up the rest of the forest from where he is, and it's still quite dark. So he's like, it's this cool underlighting effect of the trees. I think that's one photo I get, but I think if you guys have other ideas for photos, I kind of want us to go through that and see.
Is there like a natural spring in the forest, like a?
It's
like
a Pokemon
small
world, I think
pond
so.
Or something?
I think that
like if you caught an image of Flashy like coming out of the water, that'd be
that's so
like
good.
a tadpole.
Yeah. So the way that this region is set up, it's not like landlocked necessarily. There is technically a seashore. We're just in a small town that's quite a ways away from the seashore.
Right.
Which is why I was like, technically there could be some Wingles, possibly. But I think that there's a river, and that's probably, a really good photo where it's like Flashy's coming out, and it's like you see these sparking between all the droplets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and I think also like basically a lot of other photo opportunities just as you are walking down the street, like, you know, go to like on your way home, you might see like, oh, the lighting on this bus stop is just like so perfect, or like, you know, just other things like that, as you know, random nonsense things that like you as a kid think are super cool, but though it's just it's nothing.
I think there is one evening walking back home where it's like one of the post lights is out. It's like, yo, Flashy, go up really quick. This is gonna be such a good shot. And it's just Flashy is the like light for the light post in that photo.
Yes,
That's awesome.
And I think Cam's like submitted a bunch of these photos.
There's one in the camera roll where a trash can is being used as like a shield, and you can clearly see like the wheels of a train on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And then
I-
flashes in front of the shield.
Yep. Got train in there for the photo.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening, and I think he submitted them, and it's kind of this waiting period before he hears back from the competition.
Alrighty, and so as you wait, you do eventually hear back through means of a letter. You see the a letter addressed to you from the lab that was holding the photo contest, and you immediately get excited because you're like, what I'm hearing back from them. Is this what I think it is? And as you open up this letter, you start to
I don't even think I open it. I think I give it to my mom, and I'm like, I can't open this. I cannot stand if it's going to be a no, Mom.
All right. The mom gets out an actual letter opener and starts neatly opening it for you, and pulls it out. And would she read it before handing it to you?
I think she would. She knows how anxiety-ridden Cam is. I think she would. I don't think she'd read it out loud. I think she would read it to check and see how she needs to be prepared. She's that kind of parent.
Yeah. No, that's smart. So Midwest, you see good news on this letter. How does the mom react?
Now, Cam, you have to be prepared for whatever news.
I knew it. I knew it. I didn't.
Now, Cam, you see, you're already jumping to conclusions. I haven't even told you.
Wait, is
the
it good?
news yet.
Is it good?
You-
Is it good?
You're
good?
anticipating, Cam.
But-
Nothing's happened yet.
Is it bad? It's bad.
It's
isn't it?
okay.
It's bad.
Just,
it's bad.
Just breathe.
Is-
Breathe.
And Flashy's also there, like, like also like going through the breathing motion with Cam.
After Cam's calmed, you got first place. Yep.
Yes! Yes! I don't know how, but yes! Just so excited.
How are you not? I'm not surprised in the least, Cam.
I don't know. It's just I haven't been doing it for a while. It's only just been a short bit, and
A short bit, Cam. For the past 5 months, you've done nothing but spend your day with that camera.
and he kind of takes this, lifts the camera. There is visible marking around his neck from it just being constantly on there.
Yep.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Just
You have spent more time than some people do their entire lifetimes with a camera.
Yeah, true. Okay.
No matter what happens from here, just know I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that.
You'll always have a #1 fan here. Pinches the cheek.
Wow.
Wanna hydrate. That's a reminder for everyone watching at home. Make
I
sure to
literally
hydrate.
need to grab some water really quick. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Quimbley, for redeeming that here on the Twitch.
Thank
And
you.
also, I'll say, while we're having a moment of downtime, welcome into Alec and Lucy's on the Twitch here as well. Good to see y'all in there.
hello.
What were you about to say, Midwest?
Thanks for the water.
Thank you for water.
Thank you for water.
Um,
So what is Flashy's reaction? Seeing you
I
get
think
so
Flashy's
excited.
just happy. Thing is, I don't think Pokemon understand all the words being said by humans, but I think
Oh
that
yeah,
there is
but
a
the
large
Flashy
majority.
sees you getting excited, right? So
Yeah. So I think Flashy's just pumped, and Flashy's light is going off, and Cam has an idea of like, Flashy, and like it's just like, you're a mobile light for me. I mean, you're not just a thing. You're my friend, but you're also light. Flashy, you're brilliant! Grabs Flashy, like hugs him. Kind of realization that Cam is just like, unlock new skill, take photos at any time.
alrighty.
Yeah,
And unless you have
and
anything
I think
else
for the
this
next
scene.
few years, Cam is dedicated to taking photos constantly. I think he does. There's a period where he's missing classes, and that's not great. But that gets figured out.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so 7 years
That
passed
is
by.
his rebellious phase.
It's rebellious phase is him going and taking photos constantly. Like that's his rebellious
Oh,
phase.
he turns up late to class because he saw like just on his way in the sunrise was like making was reflecting off of this little puddle on my way in, and I had to take a picture of the puddle.
I don't think it's just that. I think he gets lost sometimes in terms of tracking Pokemon as they're going through their day. So like he sees a Lucario a wild Lucario. He just needs to see what's going on with that Lucario, right? This is like that whole theme of his stunts where, that looks like this Pokemon, right? He's just constantly been studying Pokemon.
He keeps getting carried away,
Yeah.
All right. And as he develops over the course of 7 years, putting him at 16 years old for this next scene, Cam ends up seeing an advertisement for an open position at Professor Oak's lab for a photography internship.
Yeah, I think he sees this on his. He's got one of the newer like Rotom phones at this point. Those are just starting to get cycled into the region a little bit more. So he sees this ad online and he's like, "Oh, I got it! Yeah, okay, I need to start." And he's like immediately to his computer. He's starting to like get together all of his like different photo works, his portfolio, his resume. And he is starting, and Flashy's just kind of been buzzing in the background, just excited as Flashy does. And he's basically like, okay, this, put that all into files. And it's like a touchscreen computer, right? Because it's the Pokemon world. Things are a bit more advanced. He's getting all that done, and he's like, okay, and send. Okay, just gotta wait. Now, and at this point, Cam's got his tooth, but he's also got his vest. He's looking more like the Cam that we know present day. Now he's kind of starting to develop into that look quite a bit more.
Perfect. Alrighty, so and we cut to the initial phone interview with the HR rep that just kind of does the clearing, the first round of interviews, that kind of thing. So go ahead.
All right. Yeah, as you see, I hope you got my resume and my portfolio, and that I've been doing photography for a long time, and I do really think I'll be good for this position.
So what do you
Cam's,
think
like,
you can
visibly
add
sweating.
to this company?
Well, I mean, the position was, like, for a photographer, and as you can see, my photos are some of the best, especially like for my region. I think that I can provide the detailed information on Pokemon visually that you all would need for Professor Oak's research.
These are some good shots.
Thank you.
Well,
That one of Kangaskong was like kind of tricky to get. I was really glad not to get trampled on that one.
Oh, I didn't even know it was a Kangaskong. I was holding it the wrong angle. Oh,
It's
sorry.
no worries.
Wow, actually, that's a lot more impressive of a shot now that you mentioned that. Wow.
It's
How didn't you get trampled?
I am very quiet when I'm taking my photos.
I would imagine that Mama Kangaskong would have destroyed you.
Yeah, it's very rare to see a Kangaskong without the baby in the pouch, so I was really excited to get that photo.
Yeah, that's lucky she didn't think you were her baby. Oh
Yeah,
That
that
would've
was
been bad.
that was a fear for sure.
Well, I tell you what, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and I just need you to come down to the laboratory for the next round of interview.
Oh, I'm in for the next round of interviews.
Yeah, you just gotta get here.
Yeah.
Prove that you have. And,
yeah, that's Kanto,
can present
right? Yeah.
yourself in a business situation in a professional manner, and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there. What day again? Yeah. Sorry.
How's next Wednesday for you?
Cam looks like there is a moment of like traveling from this region to Kanto is a long ways away. Just stuffs down the line.
All right, perfect. Let's say morning or afternoon.
Yep. No, I mean morning. Morning's great. Morning's great.
Morning.
I'm an
okay.
early riser. Yep.
Early riser. All right. Let's shoot for next Wednesday at 9:30 a.m.
Okay. Yep. I will definitely be there. Yep.
Great. Looking forward to seeing you there, Cam. And is that a Beedrill flying right at the camera lens? What?
Yeah, that I had to duck really quick on that one. That Beedrill was not. I accidentally. If you see in the photo before, it was actually. It's kind of cute. It's a Beedrill.
Oh, it's a before and after. Oh,
yeah.
it's
There
a
was
flip.
it was
Oh.
there was a Beedrill and a Butterfree, and then I stepped on a stick, and then a Beedrill came right at me right after. It was-
Wow.
yeah.
Man.
Alrighty. So we cut
Before he hangs up, you hear him say, "I don't know. This guy's health insurance might be a lot expensive." he's getting risky with some of these photos.
But yeah, so we cut to Cam. He's still like he just got his license recently, so he does have the ability to drive a little bit. And he kind of has to in order to make this kind of long distance thing. As he comes up there, so he does see a couple as he's waiting in the in a room, he does see some people come out of the room that he's going to that he was told the interviews would be done in, and it's I did a Google search for protagonist from new Pokemon Snap, and it just literally the name is protagonist.
They don't have a name. That's why I was like, you guys got to come up with a name now. Because he doesn't have one in the games.
Yep. So yeah, just protagonist. Yeah. Well, Cam never learns this person's name anyways, but they're like, this is who ends up coming out of the interview, right? So, and And I do have a picture up here for those watching at home on the video version. But anyways, it's literally just a kid with a camera, you know, a short sleeve sweatshirt. And so so Cam is invited in to the interview, and that's when he starts. This is another HR person that he's interviewing with.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, first of all, I do want to just say it took about 5 days to get there. So he had to pack. One day he packed. One day he started traveling, and he had one night's rest before being at the interview, basically. So he's looking a little bit haggled. He has a travel mug of tea, basically, that he's been drinking all morning. And he goes in and he's like, just to the front desk, he's like, "Hi, I'm here for my my interview. My name's Cam Shutter." And Flashy's just like,
Oh, you're gonna have to put that Pokemon away.
this is
No Pokemon allowed outside of Pokeball in the facility. So sorry.
but this is my comfort Pokemon. Flashy's just,
Oh,
do you guys not have
our policy here in the laboratory is we can't have free range Pokemon in the lab, as it could cross contaminate some DNA samples and things. Was that not
okay.
explained to you in your packet? Did you not get your
yeah,
email packet?
no, yes, yeah, I must have just forgot. Sorry about that. No, it's fine, it's yep. Just give me one moment and I will be right back. Yeah.
All right.
Cam turns around. He's kind of taking Flashy off to the side. Okay, Flashy, I just need you to stay outside for a little bit. Okay. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. And Flashy's like, he's just happy and he's like just going with it a little bit. And Cam's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're just out here. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. Kind of has his teacup. Okay. Yeah. And goes back over. He's visibly a bit more tense now. Yeah, okay, I'm ready. Yeah, ready to go. My Pokemon's just gonna stay outside over there.
Wonderful. Right that way, and
thank you. Yeah,
just wait.
Yeah.
You'll be called in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go take a seat off to the side, and Cam's like, Cam is one of those people where when he's not sure what he needs to do or what's happening, or he's thinking of something, his foot will start twitching. Right? He just has that constant tap 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 occurring as he's kind of just sitting there waiting, just being like, "It's fine. It'll be okay. I have my documents."
I would imagine that he's also like completely worried about Flashy and thinking like, "Oh my goodness,
Big time.
a wild Pidgey's going to come by or something and like attack Flashy."
I think there is some concern there, but I think Cam has less concern because he knows Flashy is capable. It's always been that type of relationship where Flashy seems to have always been capable of handling anything, and that Cam hasn't. That's always appeared to be his perception of the relationship, right? Dealing with the bullies, the photo shoot contests, all sorts of things.
All right, and finally the door opens, and someone calls over for you. Go ahead, Midwest.
Before the door opens, I would like to add a little fun twist.
Oh.
So all the interviewers beforehand get the very stereotypical come in next. Cam is so preoccupied and like worried about Flashy, his nerves and stuff. He doesn't hear a full scuffle happen behind the door and then someone hastily hiding something, followed by a different voice being like, come in!
Still
Full
kind of.
Team Rocket member in disguise.
That's so funny. Okay. This is going to be a wild interview. Cam was going to bomb it anyway. This is going to make it so much worse.
Yeah. Because Cam Handle, very clearly the disguise is not good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it takes a second time of Cam being called in to be like, oh, yep, okay, yep, hi, puts out his hand, I'm Cam.
Nice to meet you. Very clearly trying to mimic the voice from before.
Oh, do you... Cam actually kind of calms down for a second. Oh, do you have a stutter?
Yeah. That.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
So,
yeah.
you were interviewing for the,
Cam's gonna take a seat, I'm assuming. The photography position.
The
right?
photography position. Yes. Very clearly not your resume.
Yeah.
Oh, this photo of a mountain's pretty nice. That's nice.
That's not my photo, sir.
What? Nah, anybody'd be happy to be credited with this work.
That's not mine.
Oh, what's that picture of a Jinx doing there? Oh my. Puts that away. Mr. Snap?
No.
Oh.
I'm Cam, sir. I think you got the wrong resume in.
Oh, okay. And it, digs through the papers really hastily. Here it is. Cam Shutter. Bead of sweat drops onto the resume. Yes.
I think
there's that Genghis Khan.
It is. I will say this is such a weird moment for Cam to see somebody that's as anxious as him in front of him, that there's almost this calmness that's hitting him right now. Like, oh, everybody's just anxious, I guess. Yeah, no, that it was a difficult pick. I was, quietly there, and I managed to find a good set of bushes and got that photo of the Genghis
Good
Khan.
set of bushes, you say? So bushes are nice to hide in?
Yeah.
Okay, he pulls out a pen and writes on his hand.
Oh, boy.
I think as you're kind of moving around with the coat, Cam does notice a little
Red
letter.
R.
I don't think he sees the full R. I think he's just sees part of it. And it's like,
red letter.
is that a red K? What is that? He's kind of looking closer at the shirt.
It quickly shuts the lab coat. Never mind that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you allergic to beedrills?
No, sir.
How is okay? Because this beedrill photo, what?
Yeah. I accidentally.
He's
stepped on
actually forgetting his mission right now. He's genuinely impressed by the photography work.
I'm waiting for the real guy to come in at some moment and absolutely ruin this.
He's
you
in the corner.
hearing some rustling.
Yeah.
In the office.
There's a
space
tarp that is just kind of laid out in the corner. And you hear some kind of rustling coming from under there. It's just someone groaning oh.
I'll say at this point, Cam's notice is quite good, right? Like he's always been a very visual, very good at seeing things.
Roll
noticing
notice.
things. I think he looks over at the tarp and he's like, "Hey, what's in there?" Sorry, no, we're supposed to be focusing on the interview. That's my mistake. That was really unprofessional of me. I'm so sorry.
It is now a stream of sweat now that you've noticed the tarp.
But yeah, the Beedrill, I accidentally stepped on a twig and snapped it, and he grabs a teacup and he drinks it. His hand's shaky, not as much as it was just outside, but
I think after another like groan from the tarp, the Team Rocket member just like panicked, looks at Cam, throws the resume on the desk, and dives out the window.
Cam's like looking around the empty room right now.
Roll notice.
Just like looking at the tarp.
Roll notice.
We'll go with. I'll just roll my notice, but say it's -1 rather than. So that's a 3 in this case, because I don't think my notice is quite at +4 yet. But
Yeah, no, I was going to say the same. Yes. You do suddenly notice that there's like some kind of movement happening underneath of this tarp, and it's getting only more and more violent.
Just gonna.
Someone seems like
Just gonna.
kicking.
I'm gonna grab the tarp. Hello. Oh. Just rips the tape off the mouth. Ow! Sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, where'd that Team Rocket guy go?
He points out the window.
he starts
Oh,
to
let
like,
me help you out. Yeah, I'm like helping him up, getting him kind of untied and everything.
The secretary bursts in. Sir, your schedule. Sees Cam with the ropes and totally misunderstands the situation. Screams out.
I think, wait. I think it's just a moment where we're all staring at each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's not. No. I'm untying. This is the we're not married thing all over again.
Classic Cam blunder. Just the wrong time, man. Trying to do the right thing at the wrong time.
Yeah, so you obviously just to move things along. You obviously end up getting told just the blanket phrases, "We'll call you back later," but you can tell that this is definitely not going to happen. And as you start heading home, there is a man. Go ahead, Midwest, and just kind of like Midwest. Your character sees that Cam looks down and is holding a camera.
I'll say this: I pictured this scene happening on a ferry, basically, one of the ferries between regions. So.
Yeah. I think Todd is like trying to focus in on like a wingle on a buoy or something, and then like turns and sees Cam also focusing in on the same Pokemon. Oh, hey.
Oh, hi. So, sorry. I don't want to interrupt. Sorry.
Oh, no interruption. I don't own that wingle. You don't either. We just capture moments, man.
Is this someone that Cam would recognize?
Todd Snap. I think yes. I don't think right away. I think it's going to take him just a moment to recognize it.
Yeah,
just because Todd Snap's pretty well known within the Pokemon world as a photographer, so
roll that notice
it
here.
makes sense.
Yeah. And we'll do the same ordeal where we'll take one. Oh,
that's a 6.
Goodness.
That's ridiculous.
you rolled a crit. You did
I
not
think
roll
I
a crit.
did.
You came close, but though,
Oh, I really did.
yeah.
So close to a crit. Yep.
So I would actually say you do kind of recognize him.
Yeah, I think I turn and like when I just it takes a moment because I don't believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You when you see somebody and you're like, "That's a famous person. That's not real," and it's like, "What?" So he kind of turns back and, "Wait, you're Todd Snap."
Wait. Well, yeah. Thanks for recognizing, man. Like, a lot of people
I mean,
just...
who wouldn't? Like, you're a famous photographer.
Please.
Taking so
too
many
much.
incredible Pokemon. What are you doing? What are you doing here of all places? Like,
I had an interview with a little side gig I was gonna do for a research facility, and you know, just taking my trip back. Yeah.
I mean, you got the job, right? You're Todd Snap.
Yeah, I got the job.
Yeah.
But just because I got the job doesn't mean that I'm gonna give up taking photos.
Well, of course not. No, I assumed that the job was taking photos.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not photos I want to take, though.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying?
I think so.
When you capture something for someone else, it's not near as good as when you capture the moment for yourself.
Yeah, I do. I do get that. And Flashy's just like, bzz, 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 and kind of cuddles into Cam's head. Hey, Flashy.
Hey, nice.
And Flashy actually goes and is immediately affectionate to Todd Snap, which is
Oh,
so, like, it's not like, Flashy is a very much an outgoing Pokemon, but not typically on the first meeting. Usually takes one. So it's a bit unusual, and it's like, oh, that's... Flashy really likes you.
I would hope. I spend so much time out in the wilderness acclimating myself to being one with, well, all of this, that they just kind of go with the flow on it, yeah?
Cam's just like kind of... there's this mechanism on cameras that basically you can zoom in and out with, so he's just been playing with that the entire time. And he's just like, yeah, I just... You know, it's awesome. I love taking photos of Pokemon and of nature.
Really?
I just wish... Yeah. I just wish I wasn't so nervous about... I lost a job opportunity recently, so...
You may have lost a job opportunity, but I think you gained something. I don't know. Maybe you'll find that for yourself, but I would encourage you that I didn't get my start by just taking a job. Do you know how many years I spent out in the plains with Tauruses?
I guess I never... I've read a couple of your articles, so I know a little bit about it. Quite a while, I guess, right?
You know, a Taurus will trample anything in its path to get to its goal.
Yeah.
So you really have to be one with the flowing grass.
There's a
Kinda
couple
in
of
that
Pokemon that
situation.
are... Yeah. I took a picture of a Kangaskhan that I'm particularly proud of.
Really? Can I see it?
Yeah, and he's gonna bring out his phone and he's gonna swipe to the photo.
Wow.
Yeah, no baby in the pouch. I was kind of shocked.
How did you not get trampled?
I was really quiet in an ambush. That was kind
Hey
of
man, some of my best photos were taken from a bush.
Bushes are great. They're
They
really
are.
good.
They are.
They should make a mobile bush. That
Hey.
should be a thing.
Meanwhile,
You know
there's
what?
a man sitting off to the side with a newspaper up that's like kind of resembles the Team Rocket Man from before, that you just see like suddenly put down the newspaper and start writing more on his hand.
Yeah.
Mobile bush.
Bush.
Mobile bush.
Yes.
And he quickly picks up the
Greatest
newspaper and goes
idea.
back.
So good. I think with work like this, I think you can do more as an independent photographer.
Oh, I mean, I really wanted to work for Professor Oak, though. Like, I just feel like it would be a good opportunity to learn more, I guess was my thought.
What you could learn in that laboratory, you will learn within 2 weeks out in the wild.
I guess so.
And hey,
Huh.
one day, I'm going to read a newspaper article about you and see your photos in a magazine.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's, yeah.
So chin up,
I think
man.
I think there's a little bit of chatter between the two of us for a little bit. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's much more of substance
No.
that's given. I will say later on, Cam's got a little journal. And he makes a note in it saying, do independent photography to get job with Professor Oak. That's what he took from that
Dang.
conversation. It
Poor
wasn't
Cam.
it wasn't the best message that he took from it.
All right. With the few minutes that we have left, if you want to just kind of Teus, just kind of give us an overview of what happens next, leading up to the events of the campaign.
Well, yeah, basically Cam gets home. He's still pretty... when you have a failure that happens, sometimes you're just in a negative headspace for a while. And I think with Todd's nap, like, it was a good meeting, but he was still in that negative headspace, so he didn't take all the right things away from that.
Mm.
So in a sense, he's gotten home. His mom was supportive of him, but he just started basically planning constantly in terms of, like, how is he going to get this internship? It sounds like doing independent work is really important, but he can only go so far with the current region that he's in. So he begins kind of doing research, compiling information. And of course, the region where he's from is where Pokken Tournament takes place. And after kind of talking to a couple of backstreets, he actually meets up with, what was it, Bradley? Is that his name?
Bradford.
Bradford, yeah. I think he sees Bradford again, who's much older. And I think Bradford's actually got a Gyarados now. I think that's
Yeah,
probably the case
100%.
at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
He used
I
a
think
Waterstone. He paid for it.
Cam's like, hey, Brad, I've been hearing word that there's a major tournament that's outside of the Pokken Tournament and potentially outside of, like, the Poke. Have you heard about that?
What, you never heard of the Smash Federation tournaments?
I mean, I've been hearing word about it. I don't think it's as... I mean, I'm hearing
It's
more
pay
about
per
it.
view, I understand, but
So that it's a thing that happens.
yeah. I mean, Incineroar is in that. Like, we
You mean
have
the
a few...
Incineroar from our our tournaments here?
From our
Oh.
tournament here, yeah, Incineroar.
Oh, okay.
He's in it. He goes in there. Lucario.
Do you know anybody from it? Do you
I don't
have anybody I
but
can talk to?
I think my dad might know someone.
Okay.
Are you trying to get in and take photos?
Yeah.
You should maybe think about doing, like, videography.
It's not really my thing. I could think about it though.
You make more money.
Maybe. You might be right. I think there's like I think at this point with Brad, it's kind of toned down in terms of, like, that bullying relationship.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit more respect there for sure. And I think Cam talks to Brad's dad and gets more information on the Smash tournament. And
Brad's dad still hates your guts. But he won't do nothing because of the wife.
yeah, I think the wife is definitely not gonna like let Brad's dad be a so after discussing that, he figures out, there's this train that you can take that actually takes you out of world, basically, that you can it's not a train, like it's a train that takes you to a place that goes onto the Rainbow Road, essentially. Like it's
like a pipe somewhere.
Drop
Like a Mario pipe.
Yeah. So he learns about that. He learns about how he needs to get there, and he's basically fully prepped and ready to go to the Smash tournament. He doesn't have any money for it, but he's gotten tips on how to actually sneak in. So he's preparing for that to get photos for Pokemon fighting people, things from other worlds, which he thinks will be very impressive for his internship potential. And that's Cam's backstory.
And that is where we end today's session.
Whew. Dang, y'all. Dang. Added
Well
a couple
done.
extra things in here and there. Team Rocket, I was not expecting that mix, but it's very funny.
Like, building up to that scene, I was like, we could go the classic route of just like an HR person interviewing, but I think it'd be more funny if it's a Team Rocket
good.
member.
I think it was very good. Yes. Very happy with that. Cam's train friend is very funny.
Yeah, I love trains.
Oh, bless. Absolutely.
I grew to really like Bradford, actually. The dink, but
Yeah, well, by
time.
the end, and
By the
I
end,
mean that's a lot of relationships from your childhood too. Is you kind of look back and you go, maybe he just came from a broken home, and I made him the villain of my story when I didn't need
Right?
to.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyways, we got some amazing players here that y'all should get to know a bit more. And let's go with favorite means of travel. Since we've all got trains on the mind.
Yeah, Palm Tree
Doesn't
Try and
necessarily have to be a
BurrItsColdGaming,
means of travel that you take personally every day, right? If you like trains but don't often go on trains, right? You're allowed to answer trains.
Okay.
But yes.
I mean, I know mine. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Teus.
Rare time for me to actually start on the answers here. Bicycles. I like bicycling, to be honest. It's really nice to be able to go from A to B when I can. It's unfortunate when the weather's cold, but outside of that, I just enjoy riding my bike around. I think it's a fantastic way to get myself around. Because I feel good afterwards, too. And that's always nice.
Indeed. And who is you?
I'm TeusFlips. I'm a guy that does things online, such as illustrations, drawing. I've drawn a lot of things for this campaign. I've drawn a lot of things for other things and stuff. And right now I'm trying to get the video editing done for my other campaign, but it's been a hassle because video editing is a hassle, especially when you're doing school full-time. So ideally I will get that done soon. But I'm also planning things out for the next session, which is coming up shortly. It's fine. It's fine. It's a whole thing. That's me.
I feel that though. Yes, and those in the Twitch chat, please put your answers as to your favorite means of transportation into the chat as well. I want to know. And those watching on Spotify and YouTube, you have comment sections. Go use those. All right, Midwest, your answer.
Okay. So, favorite form of transportation. I would have to say that I am indeed a fan of teleportation, even though I haven't teleported in this lifetime yet.
Yet.
When they figure it out, oh boy, howdy! Getting from point A to point B instantaneously, it's gonna be nice.
Now,
like
can I
that.
blow your mind for a second?
Yeah, let's do it.
If we just cut out time, you have already teleported.
So, I've thought about it. Trust me, I've thought about it.
Because you've gone from point A to point B. You
So-
just cut out the time between them.
One of my favorite books growing up was called Brian's Stopwatch. It's one of the reasons why I like time manipulation things. Because whenever he would hit the stopwatch, time would stop. And then he could do whatever he wanted in the time stop. And then he would start it again. And then everything would keep going. So he would like go to the store and buy groceries and just leave the money on the counter with a little note like, this is what I took. Here's the money.
Interesting.
Yep.
And who is you?
Who is I? Well, by good golly gee willikers, I'm Midwest Dungeon Delvers. I do a variety of things, from music production to being a part of The Fair Before the Foul, every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Now, our season is going to be ending quite soon, and we do have other programming coming up, so stay tuned.
Nice. All right. And my answer, I honestly do enjoy traveling by plane. There's just something about the experience of the airports that just makes a trip just so much more exciting. I don't know. Maybe because like I didn't do as much flying in my we mostly drove places growing up, and then once like kids started getting out of the house, then my parents were like, all right, we're flying places now, we're done driving y'all around. So so it started to become like a really cool and more regular thing to just fly around, and it was I've grown to very much enjoy it, especially since I've been doing a bunch of traveling lately, as I've been going around the world to meet up with different friends that I've met on Twitch. So yeah, good times. And I am Fedorable Will. You can find you can find this content live over on twitch.tv/Fedorable Will, where I also do a bunch of streams for Nintendo games as well. Make sure that if you are watching this on a platform that lets you rate us, that you give us a 5-star review to help boost us in the algorithm. If we can get to 20 5-star reviews here on the Smash Quest Spotify, then I will do a cosplay as Professor Albert Urinka. So be sure to do that. And with that, can I get a goodbye, players?
Goodbye, players.
Bye, players.
If you love someone, you tell them the truth. And boy, howdy do I love you guys. So here's the truth that can be found in Psalm 127, 3-5. Look, children are the heritage of Yahweh, sometimes translated as the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior, so are the children of one's youth. Blessed is the man who fills his quiver with them. They shall not be put to shame when they speak with enemies at the gate. Blessed is everyone who fears Yahweh, the Lord. And that is our truth time for today. That's all the time that we have for today, everyone. We do have for those here on the Twitch, copy the raid message that is appropriate for yourself. And let's go share the love and hype. I love you all. I love you all.